You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 100. We're super thankful to have been able to gather and talk whatever nonsense for the past 2 years, and we hope you've enjoyed every minute along with us. We're planning some really big things for the rest of 2024, and hopefully by this time next year, you'll be right here with us again. To everyone that has listened and followed the Pine Room since the beginning, we want to thank you so much, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. Cheers.
Cupcake display here. It's on camera.
Oh, they're in shape of 100.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice
if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out on YouTube. If you want 100 episodes without seeing this and watching on YouTube, we are back somewhere very special where we somewhat started this whole venture. We actually started down in our competing radio studio, but we started episode 6 here in the Pine Room studio, or here in the Pine Room, the actual Pine Room, as you can see behind us. And we're here at the original set. It is out. It's still alive. It's still in one piece, relatively. And myself, Matt, Jeff, Jarrett, Coach, and Chris, all here. Cooley had baseball. And
Soups in Carolina.
And
Derek's back in Florida.
All the other guys probably out chasing women and getting lucky. I know.
Isn't that all the guys we have?
I mean,
what other guys you talking
well,
about?
I mean, we're talking, Luke.
He's always
Nick,
chasing.
Yeah, Nick.
Say.
Oh, you mean
Champ.
just guys that are part of the Pine Room in general?
Yeah.
Chasing women. You're right. It's true. Legit. Or playing baseball.
Drinking
One of the two.
tequila. Drinking tequila.
Yeah.
Martini Rossi.
Yeah. We're here for episode 100. Thank you for everybody that has listened and watched for the past, how long have we been doing this now? About 2 years now?
When will be the 2
March.
years? 2 years?
Probably
coming up?
spring. Probably
Right?
March Madness time. 2 years, right?
Yeah, because it wasn't the second episode.
Because
where
Joe gave out St. Peter's in his Final Four, like, on that one.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Right. I forgot.
Was that
about
episode? What was that? Was that
I mean, it's
one?
an early one. We
I
were
think
still
it
in
was
that
two-
little
I think it was
It
two.
was
wasn't
two,
it?
I
iHeart.
think.
Literally hut.
We were also talking about why we were talking about I think we were talking about the World Series. We were talking about yeah, we had future predictions for the World Series because I said
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Because baseball was starting.
yeah.
Like, it was literally opening day.
yeah, I said Godzilla was going to win
Right.
the World Series.
Right. I think
No,
I
even-
picked
you even
Chris
create-
picked the
you created
Angels.
a,
And I picked the Padres.
Yeah,
I think for
Fucking
that.
great
You
pick.
did. Oh,
That's
Great
right.
pick.
Nobody picked the Rangers, did they?
No,
No,
but
that
I think
was-
that was 2 years
Yeah, it'd
ago.
have been 2
2
years
years
ago.
So who won? Astros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd have been the Astros.
Boy, well, we're here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching all the stuff we have. If you haven't watched and caught up with all the things we've done, you got a lot of things to catch up on. Probably a couple days worth of content for you to enjoy. But yeah, thank you for joining us. It's episode 100. Well, I don't now. What do we do from here?
Well,
Well, you
always
mean
said
on
we're
this
just packing
particular
it in.
show, or
No, just
like
in general. What do we do now?
go to
we carry
101.
on? We get bigger and better.
Now do we
Live to
double?
101.
Do we party? Do we? When's our next celebratory event? The 150th or 200?
200.
What's
Yeah.
that called?
We better do
Bicentennial?
150.
So.
Two.
Is that Chris's
We're all still here.
bicentennial 200?
Yeah.
Okay. So, bicentennial.
Yeah, bicentennial.
So
What?
If we all live that long.
That's
Yeah,
what I
well,
said.
that's-
Well,
that's
that's
the
a-
thing,
that's-
yeah.
I
we don't
remember-
get swallowed up by a pothole.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then we go on for that forever about that. But I remember Jubb would say it was like an episode like probably 60. He would say, episode 60, 40 more to 100.
There was a lot of
And
build
then
up
we
to
go,
this.
if
There was a
we-
lot of
yeah,
build up to
if
this.
we made it here.
Really, I wish we could have had like a clown here. We could have had
I don't know.
mariachi
There may be
band.
6 clowns right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We could
We're
have
just not
like,
dressed as
Makeupless
them.
clowns.
Yeah.
We could have had all like circus performers and fireworks, but we have these little things that don't make noise.
Yeah, I bought them at Family Dollar. I thought they were like the noisemakers.
We
but-
could have
we got
brought all the
champagne,
freaks
we've
back.
got hats,
yeah.
we've got cupcakes, we've got a cookie, we got a
I like these.
I mean, really,
things.
there's not
They're-
much else we
Spark.
could ask for.
right.
good. Well,
Right. We're gonna have some champagne here in a minute.
and to some people it's decent weather, but for people
Hey,
like Matt and
It's
I,
on the
John,
cusp of
when
being
you were
really
doing your
terrible.
introduction,
It is crazy
In
that
the
we're
annals
outside
of
right now.
Pine Room history, that'd be a good trivia question. Which episode did we start doing outside?
yeah.
Oh,
that
that is
be-
a
you
good.
said
Yeah, that is a good.
number
episode.
6?
Episode 6. Episode
I
6
would have
was
never
outside.
known that.
Actually, there's an episode 0 that is like in the vault that has never seen the light.
They'll
of day.
release that when we're all dead.
Yeah, it'll
Because,
be
you know,
like,
I remember the first time we went down to the competing station. Like, you guys had done 2 or 3, and I went down there and we met at the bridge.
Yeah.
I was so fucking nervous. I'm like, geez,
Coach got you a drink to
I was
go.
gonna say gin and tonic.
I was-
Gin and
I mean,
tonic
He
to
brought
go,
all
right?
his notes.
Yeah.
He had notes.
I was like, my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And
well, I mean, it was when we
it was
went
brand
in.
new. I didn't know.
I didn't originally plan to be on the show. I planned to be the guy behind the scenes, behind the camera, like how, like in Joe Rogan, he's got Jamie, who's like behind the scenes and controls everything. And then we got in the studio, and no one wanted to do the intro. So then we just started, and the first recording that we ever did was rough. I think you always said you remember coming out of there and be like, I don't know if this is going to be.
Well, I'll be honest, not to contradict you, I think your dad made you do this. Meaning, as in,
I think that's probably right.
Like
Yeah.
you're like, hey, you know what? I think you're gonna be the lead guy on this, and you're gonna have to do all the talking and stuff like that.
Was
Yeah,
that
your
the night
palms
of
got real
the
sweaty.
show at Capitol?
No, that was episode 4.
Oh.
Episode 4 was.
It was
Menopause
Menopause.
music.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, that was you out front there that was good back in the day. Did you guys do that
Matt and
front
I
thing?
were out.
That was
there.
before we could have died falling in a hole. It wasn't all
Yeah, there
fucked up
wasn't
then.
there wasn't a dumpster in front of the
The
Capitol.
That was a good
streetscape
start.
hadn't started yet.
No.
And if it was like in its first little infancy
They were just
peeling the lines
organizing
up
the
and-
great planning that
Right.
has gone into this.
Yes.
Yeah, that probably took years because
Probably.
the guy that has planned this streetscaping, as we said on the radio, has done an outstanding job.
Well,
I
they were
mean,
around like.
just-
I wonder who the
Is this
mayor was when they
sarcastic,
started
right?
the preparation.
Well, that was
Andy
probably-
McKenzie.
Oh,
Or,
wow,
uh,
that's probably legit, right? That's back in the day. Jesus.
Spar Shane.
Yeah,
Wait,
honestly.
realistically, does anybody know when the streetscape actually started? Like when the planning was?
There
They
was
don't.
no
They don't
plan.
even know.
Well, I would think it had to be a lot because if they're doing all that underground and they knew that the pipes were bad and stuff like it, I would agree that it had to be a while back. But I think that it would have been nice to us since we had progression of 100 episodes. It would have been nice, like every episode, we just kept on showing the street views to see the progression of that too.
Yeah.
And we'd still be in the same boat as we were
Same
100
as we were.
episodes ago.
We should
so.
set up a time lapse maybe on top of the radio station and
I mean,
and
Bird's
just
eye
shoot it
view.
down.
the film would be like it'd be the biggest thing ever recorded. You never run out. It'd be like an endless recording. You'd never.
They
It
just
wouldn't be
live
able to
stream.
save
it.
on
They'll
any
build
hard
that.
drive.
They'll build that new Los Angeles Clippers arena quicker than they do this streetscape. Guaranteed.
When is this supposed to be done? Like the end of 2025?
Streetscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
Matt,
that's,
you see now when we come out, you couldn't turn left now?
Oh, yeah.
To go up, what is
yeah.
that? I got to get my
That's
street
12th
straight.
Street.
12th
Couldn't
Street.
turn
12th
up.
Street.
There was only traffic coming down
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
where at?
Right outside
Right
our
outside,
studio.
right on the
Right,
corner
when
by
you take, you come
by,
out of the studio,
United.
take a left, and you take the next left.
Where
and-
the bank is on the corner.
Yeah.
You take a left.
Couldn't go up there today. That was one lane.
so
These
then
guys immediately said, "I bet Matt handled that well."
I texted Matt
You got to go
immediately.
right to River City now and turn left, and then you
And
got to.
I was nervous there because I didn't know honestly if you could turn there because there were like cars were like over a little bit. I said, "This is incredible."
It does genuinely sometimes when you're down there. It is a little nerve-wracking. Like if you happen to take a wrong turn and you think you're going down a one-way or you don't know if this is closed or if there's going to be construction there. And you're like, I mean, I could just get hit head
You could
on
lose
right
your
now.
car. You could kill somebody. You could get killed. I mean, there's so many things that
I'd
could
like
go
to know
wrong.
what episode we started talking about the streetscape.
It feels like we literally talked about it every time we've been on here since probably episode 65, maybe before that.
And boy, Lola was mad today. She didn't.
She was fired up.
was pissed today. She couldn't get anywhere she needed to go.
Lola, for those
She
of
was cracking a Bud Light as soon as I walked in.
those of you that know,
Oh,
Lola.
is that road
Yeah.
going to
You
be
can
closed
drink
for a
and
while?
just drove her to
Like,
drink.
The one you were just talking about.
Well, there
Or is
was
that,
a-
or is that just for today?
There was one lane closed. They had a digger, an
An excavator.
excavator there digging a
a digger.
digging
you know,
a
those
hole.
diggers.
And one lane was closed and the only was coming down.
Down,
we-
okay.
Now when you guys turned down our main thoroughfare, now there was a car coming up there
Yeah,
for the first
yeah.
time I ever
No,
saw. it.
now,
No, I
now-
got
yeah,
almost got hit head on.
This is funny.
I heard
Okay.
you guys honk at him.
No, we were driving down there, and I wasn't really paying attention. And there was a guy coming up, just slowly in some little sedan or a little 4-door. He lays on the horn
I was
so long.
Why are you not supposed to come up there?
No, it's a two-way. It's a two-way, but he didn't know that. He thought it was a one-way, and he laid on the horn.
I heard it.
I mean,
I was pissed.
at least.
But that really is a two-way street.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
I
it
know.
was. I don't think they ever anticipated it being the main artery of the fucking city. I don't
You're
think.
right.
I mean,
Probably
how
not.
could they? Because there's
Probability
people that
not.
park in that lot that
Yeah.
probably are used to making that left and going up the hill.
Yeah. So we went down the other day to get the set from the office, and we came back, and that guy came up, and I laid on the horn for like. It had to be like 15 seconds, and I looked out the window and I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I was in the wrong.
Good thing
I'm
you
not
didn't get
bad,
You don't
fella.
think they anticipated that?
Oh, no.
I'm shocked.
I'm probably not.
I mean,
but
they have such a
I
clear
don't know.
vision of
who am
everything
I
is-
to assume
Right.
the wonderful
I mean-
leadership of the city?
Right.
Well,
What do you guys think?
But
the
hey, he's
profit-
running for Senate now, the mayor. So
God. What do you guys think the profitability is of tickets that have been written in downtown Wheeling due to that kind of shit? Like, do you think cops are writing fucking
Ooh.
tickets?
I don't know. I would
That's-
think
Well, they
it would
said they were
probably.
writing them in front of the hot dog place and to cure it.
I mean, like meter people, or more like as in like if by chance like Jarrett was going the wrong way, would a cop pull him over and give him a ticket?
No,
knowing?
the parking meter things.
Okay.
And there's nowhere to park, obviously, and people were scrambling for parking, and Jerry Ames said they were giving tickets out.
That's unreal.
To people.
How can they do that?
Yeah, honestly, you think that they would buffer that and say that goes away for while we're doing this project?
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good question.
what do you?
So you think, like, you're talking about people going the
Wrong way, like cops
like,
in are just praying on that shit. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
we got to pay for this shit some way. So here we go.
Since they can't use the parking meters along the street.
Yeah, right.
Those have been shut down. The meter maid probably had to
They
retire.
laid
I
off
guess.
now?
No.
Who?
Meter-
Meter
the
maid?
meter
Oh, there
no,
were-
she's always ticketing the people across the
Oh
waterfront
yeah,
hall.
she's always on
yeah.
the prowl down
So
there.
she
She's
stays
always-
down by the
She
river
put
now.
a slip
Is that
on.
only women can have that job?
No, there's
No,
no.
there's
Oh,
a
okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
Is he called a
yeah,
maid?
Yeah, the black.
I've
the
actually
brother.
never seen a dude.
Is he a
there
meter
dude?
man?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. He comes.
All-inclusive.
Yeah,
Lord.
be careful with your politically
Yeah.
correct terms there.
Right.
don't
You ever
wanna
see
get
that meter maid try to get out of her car?
It's
No.
meter person now, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
meter
well,
person.
right.
Meter
Oh,
meter
she
person.
can hardly walk.
Well,
It's unbelievable.
I just
She-
I
she
think
a
that
big
job.
little-
Is she a big girl?
Big fella? Big
She's
lady?
an older lady. And yes.
Run
short,
stopper.
stocky, but getting out of the
A
car.
big
it's
front
painful.
porch on her?
4x4 linebacker.
Yeah, she could fill a,
Put her in the
fill a
middle on
line.
4th and 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop.
No,
Plug
no,
up the run.
Nose guard, huh?
She's Nick Nardoni on the goal line.
Yeah.
Like, I can score. I
Yeah,
can
right.
score.
Give
Here
him
we go.
4 from the
Well,
1.
I was gonna say that profession. I get that people have to do that because there are some assholes that want to park in places that they shouldn't park, but that position in that job infuriates me. Like, and I know, like I said, I know that it's a position that people have to do because there are people that park where they shouldn't park. But when I see her come around and she points at my car and like I just
Does this
had
happen
run
to you a
in.
lot?
I
You
got-
seem
I
like
had-
you got
I actually
first-hand
got a
account
ticket.
to
I
this.
got a ticket written for me. Soup and I had to go pay it at the city build or the
I don't
county,
know.
whatever it
You're
is.
the only person that's ever paid that. That's super cool.
I was so mad because Soup. I wasn't gonna pay it, which I guess isn't probably the best thing to do. But Soup goes, "Yeah, we gotta pay it. We gotta go pay it right now." And him and I went to the building and paid
When
it.
was this?
Like I don't know.
Where were you
2
parked
months
at?
ago? I don't remember. I think it was. I think we were somewhere in the
Wasn't sure
what's
what
the
you were gonna
thing
say.
called? The meter went up.
Right.
We were eating. That's what it was.
Coleman's?
We were eating in River City. We had
Oh,
a
River
meeting,
City.
and I was in the 1 hour parking, and it went further than an hour.
So at 61 minutes, she ticketed you?
It felt
She was
like
right
it.
She was
It
waiting.
felt like it because I ran outside and she was
She's
long
got
gone.
the thing going.
It's such a pain in the ass. Like with the state that things are in now. Like we are parking down at the waterfront. There's a lot where maybe four to 8 cars park on a daily basis. We pull in, have a 45-minute meeting, come out, and I have a ticket. Not a ticket, but a slip on my windshield that says this vehicle will be towed. My license plate number, the make of the model, and then I just took it and threw it in the trunk.
Where's the tow yard around here, Chris? You know?
It's Ace Garage. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about? Is that where?
No,
they
that's
go?
where they take them?
Yeah, I think so.
How
if
do
I'm
you
not mistaken.
how do you get into that
I could be
position?
wrong.
I don't know. I was just
What?
curious. I don't want to ever
No,
know.
100%.
Yeah, how do you get to that?
You mean, how do you get a job there?
No, I'm saying, how is that something that you go, that's what I want to do?
I want to be an asshole.
Could
for
you
a living.
major in that in college? What would that be? Criminal justice?
Right, so some kind of bridge.
Chubb
It's,
was-
it's a specialized
Chubb
brain.
was a scofflaw. He
you
was
have somebody
breaking the
with fleet
law.
of foot, not that big. Like,
yeah.
you think
She
somebody's
is-
pretty good on their feet.
Do you think
is
they have a
not.
physical test for a
Yeah.
meter maid?
Actually, no, I
Carry
bet
a
they
bucket
do,
of
though.
cement.
No,
Not like a
no
physical
chance.
test. I'm just saying as in they probably have to pass some sort of clearance because they're on their feet all day long.
10 push-ups?
No.
7
No, how
minutes.
many meters you
If
can
you-
run
They
to.
give you the over/under. Actually, just out of curiosity, how many tickets did you accrue in your 4 years at Wheeling Central? Because I know I accrued a
Not
shit
many.
ton. No?
No.
Yeah, I
not
accrued
many
a
at
shit
all.
ton. Because if you were
But I
late,
didn't drive
all the
much.
parking spots.
Did
No.
you pay him? Never paid him?
I don't,
Jeez, probably let
Hey,
you
hey,
brag
no,
on
no,
each
no.
other.
Yeah.
literally.
What's the statute of limitations on
They're
that?
done now. I've been
Probably
out of
now.
fucking high school.
Probably like
forever.
a library book.
Is that run through the high
All
school?
I would do is just gonna show the gray hair and the gray beard like it's done. It's done.
Over.
Is that run through the high school or is that the actual city?
City. Because we
Oh,
had to park
shit.
up by the gym, but if
Yeah.
you got there late,
Have you been
if you got there late, all the parking up by the gym was gone, so you had to park in a meter.
pulled over since?
No, no. I've only we were just talking about this the other night. I think I've only gotten one ticket. In my
Oh,
lifetime.
Is this
You
after?
know what's
Knock on
going to
wood.
happen.
I know. Knock on
Is
wood.
this after the ticket? The parking ticket?
Yeah, way after.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, what if you got pulled over and he goes, you're Jeff Doyle, you're under
We've been
arrest.
looking for you."
You have 57 unpaid parking tickets.
You know what your punishment is, sir? You got to be a meter maid now.
yeah.
Sir, step out of the vehicle,
Step
please.
out of the-
Well, that's like West Lib. West Lib's parking is absolutely
Oh,
atrocious.
man.
It's horrible. And I got probably 5 or 6 tickets on
Yeah, I
my
think there's
car.
a few still in your truck.
I never paid them.
Cooley,
They let you. They
don't
used
they
to threaten
enforce
to not let
payment
you
on
graduate when
Well,
I
they
was there.
would.
Yeah.
They
They were
actually
like
did that
really
to me.
weird about it
They
too.
did that to me before, and because they put your account on hold and you can't get grades, which is absolutely.
JR,
Did
he
you
laid down
used to
the
get
law.
him, Matt?
J.R. Holy.
I got a
get 'em?
few. I'd get them. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you didn't have a choice if you had to do something.
no,
you
you
needed
had-
to go somewhere.
I
I
don't-
mean, I
there-
never parked where I impeded anyone else.
Yeah.
I thought that was good enough, but no. You know, there's call. They get mad
Cooley
about things
Cooley
like
has he has to have the record for amount of parking.
that. Well, he
tickets
just
paid.
doesn't care.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the thing. I
No, I
didn't
don't
want
know
to
if he
get
paid.
him.
No, I
Like,
don't know if
he
but
paid it.
he's already said that on the show. He just didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has to have the record
He
for
did-
sure.
I do
There's
remember.
no doubt.
We pulled in and he had one on his, or we came out of somewhere and he had one on his where the underneath the windshield wiper. He just took it out, folded it up, put it in the console, and didn't even.
It makes me nervous if I illegally park. Like if I know I'm illegally parked, like I feel paranoid. Like if I'm
I would
going into a
agree.
building or something and I'm like, that really wasn't a spot. I
That
go out, there's
uneasy
no
feeling.
car. Like
Yeah.
that's not going to be fun.
I'll be honest. Jeff, I did think like when I put a couple tickets and didn't pay them. I think it was after I graduated when I go up and see Hannah, they would give me tickets for places I wasn't supposed to park, which is dumb because it was like a faculty lot which had 1 million spots in it, but I park in there, so I get a ticket. I do have the fear that I'm going to get pulled over and he's going to say, "You have tickets unpaid from West Liberty University. You're under arrest."
And you know you can't even deny you can pink up.
Have any of you ever had a car towed before? No way, right?
I had one stolen.
I swear to
Had one
God, I was
stolen,
gonna.
not-
you got to
not-
tell. Have you
not-
ever told that
The
story
Blue
on here?
Goose.
No, but I want to go back to this parking real quick because I have a pet peeve really bad. Do you guys get angry with people that park in handicapped spots that don't have a
Yeah,
handicap sticker?
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
What about
I'm
if you see an
telling you-
able-bodied that has a handicap? That makes me even more mad.
What's that now?
An able-bodied person.
That's what
that,
I mean.
That puts a that has a
Oh, yeah,
illegal
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That one makes me really mad. There's some guys I could name some names here right now, and
Yes.
they're
You
low,
know?
We
low.
have them at
Yeah,
the
oh
Warwood
yeah.
Vets.
And listen, I
We
would
have
say
them-
this.
Matt, we have them at the Warwood Vets.
Right, but when I say their names, you would not be surprised by any of them. You
Are
guys
they
know
people
them all.
are they people you like or just you tolerate?
You know,
I might plead the fifth on that, but I will say no. I would say
Oh my goodness, we got
there's
Hey,
a
celebratory.
100,
Right.
yeah.
They doing that on purpose.
Clear
Yeah,
view. Let's
All right.
go.
It's
They're
only
doing that
fitting.
just for us.
Here, well, while that's going, I guess I'll just crack this open.
Pop the bubbly.
Well, I tell you this much.
We're
In all honesty, back to that real quick, and obviously those people are jack-offs for asking for one, but at the end of the day, there's still a provider, a doctor that's
Sure.
signing off on that.
It's
So
like the pills, too.
That's,
Yep.
that's,
Yep.
that's the issue.
No, yeah.
So that's
I just
wrong.
think it's so bad when you see, like, Coach, back to your point, when you see, like, an old person struggle to find a spot when you got an asshole who's, like, young and able-bodied in there. That really, really makes me mad.
Oh man,
I like to break their
and
fucking
I
windshield.
guess it became an issue with me when I was taking care of Pauline for so many
Sure.
years, and we couldn't find a spot, and I would see a car without a sticker just because they're lazy.
Yep.
And they want to not be inconvenienced and might have to walk a little bit.
He's going to lose an eye.
What do you think of this when he's doing it? What movie?
NASCAR?
No, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and
He's going to
Dumber.
shoot the owl over
Boy,
there.
this party sure went.
Yeah.
This part. What do you say? This party
Yeah,
sure
part,
went downhill.
well, this party really died.
I don't think it's going to go unless I hit a curveball. Here we go. I don't think it's going to explode.
Well, we'll get a pop.
Oh, touchdown.
Yeah.
That's
That
good.
wasn't bad.
That's good.
That was perfect.
Actually, we've talked about this on the show before. Actually, that shit pisses me off. But even more that pisses me off, those people that grab those fucking little scooters and go around.
Oh, my goodness.
Able-bodied people that
Yes.
can fucking get around.
in the store.
Yes.
It's
They're
unbelievable.
Riding around like
I
they're
hate 'em.
joyriding.
Fucking dumb. Fat fucks.
People that abuse.
Honestly, it just blows because it is.
But
Most of the time, it's
where are the
obese
authority
fuckers.
figures
There's
here?
what bothers me.
I never. God love the police, but I can never have one when I need one. When they zoom by me, or someone does something stupid, or there's a guy riding a motorcycle going 90 in the interstate, weaving in and out of cars. I wish he would just get hit, but there's never a cop
Put you out
around.
there.
And actually, I would agree, have those same
And then-
sentiments. If you're dumb enough to fucking do it, you're dumb enough to rear end somebody.
Parking in the handicap zone is just
I think it's ignorant. It's inconsiderate.
absolutely.
It's
like that should be a really hefty
I
fine
agree.
and sentence.
I think it should be a
you should
really,
go. You should do time for that.
Yes.
Just be a fellow.
Because people need it. Like my dad, he needs it now. Like he doesn't
Oh,
have
absolutely.
a choice. Like he can't walk at the end of the parking lot. Like he needs as close as he can get. And I feel bad. Like if I'm driving my parents around in their car, I will not park in that. I will drop them off in the front, and then I will go park in a
respect
spot.
that. 100%.
And they were like,
Thank
"No,
you.
we got the sticker." I said, "I know that," but to me, I don't feel right coming out of that car, being able to walk and not having any issues. Somebody else needs it more than me. I do that all the time. They get mad at me about it.
Well, you drop them off right out front.
Yeah, drop them off
Okay.
out front, then I'll go park in a real spot, and then come
then
back
when
and
it
get them when
makes sense.
we're done with the store, wherever we're going.
It's
Where
called
do
being
you guys
considerate
think-
of others.
where do
Wow,
you-
what a concept.
It's real simple.
What a concept. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really tough.
Where do you guys think the most annoying place to park is in the world? I would say mine would be the airport.
What do you mean by annoying? What,
like
what do you
like
mean?
That
just
can't
like
be.
a pain in the ass to go park.
Are you saying as in if you are like you're the one flying out, so you had to find the spot for
Yes.
them? Or like are you saying you pick?
They're like a place you can never find a spot ever. I think airports by far.
Airport can be tough, but those lots are so giant.
Not big.
And I don't
I
go
think
there
if
very
you
often.
go to a sporting event where you don't know the venue
That's
and you're
tough.
trying to find a
Ooh,
spot,
yeah.
that is a very, very difficult
Stress.
thing.
That's a little stressful. That
This-
happened to me in Bradenton the last week.
Especially
I
when
had
you
to-
started tailgating at 6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Doesn't
You
help
better
the
know
cause.
your way around some of these places, or you're not. Maybe never get a parking place because you just don't know where to go.
Pittsburgh's bad.
I'll tell you,
Pittsburgh's
the-
really
Pittsburgh's
bad.
The
horrible.
worst
Fuck
display
that.
of parking I've ever seen in how you could see that something easily could go wrong. We went to a concert in what's the one in Pittsburgh?
Burgettstown.
Burgettstown.
Yeah,
And they
that's
load
a
people
bad
in.
one.
Oh,
That's
that
gonna
is
be,
a-
if you
that
don't
is
pay
a
for that
funnel.
VIP,
That
that's
is
a bad one.
funnel of that. That's not good.
If there's
Like,
ever an emergency there, people will
No,
die.
it's scary.
People
No,
die.
like
It's scary.
especially if you're coming in and out, and an emergency vehicle needs to get through.
Yeah.
Zero chance anybody's.
Yeah,
getting
that's
saved.
probably number
So
one.
choose to have a heart attack
That's
before or after.
has it always been that way though? I don't think has it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
but
think that people that are in charge of the streetscape might be running the parking.
Well,
Yeah, it could.
It's
well,
about the same.
Has it always been that massive up there?
Well,
like, has
what
it
the,
always
what
been
people
so
used,
packed?
yeah, because what people would do is they wouldn't buy tickets to the event, but because
Right.
the venue is so close to the parking lot, they would just go tailgate, listen to the music in the parking lot, and not go in.
I think the
So-
tailgating has just escalated. Chris,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
you
you're
say
right.
from the back in the old days, like
absolutely.
when people were going up when it was Coca-Cola Star Lake, I don't remember anybody I knew
Never.
that went. They didn't tailgate.
You're right.
They would go to the show.
Yes.
But then again, the beers didn't cost $32.50
Oh, it's
back
awful.
then.
It's
So,
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could actually
adapt to
afford.
the
You might
times.
pay like
actually have a good
$11
time,
in
yeah.
there.
A really weird thing that I saw that I thought it kind of annoyed me was a lot of people that were there at the concert. It was a Post Malone concert. A lot of people that were there at the concert were listening to Post Malone in the parking lot on a speaker.
That's what a lot of people do. Like,
Yeah.
That's a popular
Oh, so they
thing.
don't go into the show.
No.
Or they'll
Pre-game.
just-
No,
Like
like-
their pregame.
No, but they
oh, oh.
pregame and listen to
Oh,
Post
I
Malone
see.
before they go into a
Listen
Post
to
Malone
the
concert.
same group. You're gonna
That's
listen to.
common. I've
I
seen
think
that
that's
happen.
dumb.
The other thing along those lines, and I remember our buddy Brad would do this. Like if you go to a show
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
somebody you really like, and they got a shit ton of hits, do you want to know their set list before you go in there?
No, Chris,
People
I've
post
never-
that
Why?
online.
Oh,
It's
oh, yeah,
ridiculous.
next song is Born in the USA. And
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Chris, I hate that. I
Like, I don't
absolutely
wanna
hate
know.
that. People love to know the set list. I'm like,
Like when
I
they
want to
gonna
be
open up with,
surprised.
yeah, I
know
know.
that.
Do,
That's
I-
do you
what's
think the only
encore?
advantage
idea that was the
to
thing.
seeing the set list is to go take a piss during a song?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
might
yeah,
not want
yeah.
to. That would be the only right. Isn't
Yeah,
that the
makes sense.
only?
That
Yeah,
song-
because like you want to be surprised on
Like,
what
okay,
song.
this song that's like
guys that do
when
that
Rock
are-
and Roll All Night gets played, Chris, I'm
Yeah.
going to the bathroom because I hear it all the
Exactly.
time. So I don't
And
need
they
to
only
hear
got
it.
like 6 lyrics to that song. It's
Yeah,
Just
whatever.
repeat it.
Rock and roll all night, party every day.
Rock and Roll All Night,
Oh, you
party.
mean Bob Seger? I want to rock and roll. Oh, no, wait. I was thinking Turn the Page.
Old time rock and roll.
Old time rock and roll. Yeah.
Turn the
That was
Page.
her. Kissing balls.
No. Yeah, but I want to rock and roll
Do you
all
think,
night, party every
what
day.
was it, Bob Seger song? What was it?
The Turn the Page or Old Time Rock and Roll?
Old Time. Is that the number one wedding?
That or Celebration, right? We always talked about.
Wedding
See, I think
song?
those are
Wedding-
dying
wedding,
off though. I do. I don't. Do
wedding-
you guys think
what-
those are still
like an
prominent
after
songs?
party
Probably
dance?
not. Probably in
What's it
today's.
called?
Yeah, I would
Probably
say
a
that.
rap song's the most
Yeah,
popular
it's
nowadays.
Reception.
What's it
Do you guys
called?
think that's still a popular song?
Listen,
What's that?
my
Those two
memories.
songs at a wedding, I don't think those songs are popular anymore at a wedding.
Well,
I
I
couldn't
think
tell you the
Rock
last
and
time.
roll?
What
I
about
couldn't tell you
Electric
the last time
Slide?
that or
Electric
Celebration.
Slide is no, because now there's a different.
Well,
Macarena.
the
Group
cha-cha,
dances.
Yeah.
cha-cha slide, the,
See, I don't know any of this
What
stuff.
about
oh, shit.
Achy Breaky Heart?
It used to be also, hey,
Oh.
get laid, get fucked. That was a big one too.
That was a big one. And
Noni
now,
Moni.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
what's the eat shit pit one now? That's
Sweet Caroline.
That's-
That's
I-
been defiled. That poor Neil Diamond.
I
I hate
can't
that fucking song
stand-
in general. I hope I
I
never
liked
hear it
it
again.
prior to the Mountaineer
I
piece.
did
Jesus.
Sweet Karen. Fuck, I hate.
Why?
But you don't even have to be at a mountain.
Do you just hate Neil Diamond in general, or do you
No,
just?
just that song.
Okay.
No, just that song.
So that song
Do you
comes
ever
on.
sing it? Do you ever do the eat shit pit?
Sometimes, just and I disagree with that. I don't even.
Right, you don't even like.
I don't
But
But
I
I
don't
just-
dislike. I don't get the hatred of
Me
pit.
either.
That-
Pit's irrelevant. They
Yeah.
suck at everything.
But
But
just to scream before drinking. It's
Yeah.
It's-
I
it's
think that's
humorous.
more of the thing.
It's
is just be a
stupid.
fucking
but
idiot.
you
Very
said-
stupid.
You said you hope it never gets played again.
what even if you don't say eat shit pit. I just don't like that song. I just don't like it.
Good.
I'm done.
All right.
He
I agree
said,
with
"I'm
that.
done."
I
That's
agree
it,
with
I'm
that.
done.
I
That's the
hate
song
people.
you guys always sing. It bugs the shit out of me when you were at the bar.
Private Eyes.
Private Eyes.
Oh,
the
Jesus,
clappers.
That's
Private
I can't
Eyes.
believe you guys do
Oh,
that.
watching
I get away
you.
from you because if anybody
Nick
sees
likes
it-
that.
But there's there's another song though that you like that it includes a clap. You
But it's
like
okay.
No, this one you
Wait,
guys do.
what is he like?
Yeah, what is
I
that?
can't.
Oh, yeah,
remember
what
because
is that
it's
song?
like-
No, it's
Well, I think we should toast then. To,
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
to 100 episodes.
Are you supposed to drink the whole thing?
What's a
not like a
lot?
shot.
100,
That's a lot.
100 episodes of vulgarity and slurs and all
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
other
Yeah.
fun.
Very
being
well
idiots.
Cheers.
Well done.
Not being appropriate.
done. That's not bad. See that champ?
That's good.
That's not
That's
bad.
that's
definitely
not
good. Well, that's
Pretty good.
Usually champagne.
Joe,
is
that's
kind
good.
of
not
their-
bad.
What is it, Joe?
No, it's
What-
not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
Martini
really
Rossi.
dry.
Yeah. It's give me
actually- that
wine.
was
It's
solid.
give me wine.
You're not going to break out, are you?
No, but
Okay, good.
I can. I taste
That's
Chablis
not bad.
Blanc and
I can
Oh,
I
God.
vomit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I can
couldn't
see
drink
that.
it.
Put
Oh,
on
let's
ice.
go-
Yeah,
Yep.
that aftertaste.
1 to
Ugh.
10. 1 to 10 bubbly. If you were going to rate 1 to 10, not just this brand, just in general.
What
Uh,
do you mean?
And
1 to
What do you-
10 as in like, don't like. 10 being the highest.
of
I'd say
what?
like
Of
a 6,
champagne.
but I can only drink like one glass of it. I don't mind it, but I don't hate it.
I'm going
I
to
don't
probably say I'm
like
going
it
to
either.
7
Get
neck of
fucked
the
up
woods
on
for
that.
me.
This right here, or are you talking about
Just
it?
in general, like, would you sit there? Would you choose to? That sounds pretty fucking dumb. Like you pop in a bottle every weekend because you like it so much.
Do people do that?
Oh.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't think.
Like drink it like wine.
I doubt people would just.
Does this stuff ever get bought other than New
No
Year's?
way.
That's a good question. I don't know.
And here's another question, Jeff. You might be a little more drinking this. I'm watching a show, Narcos, and first of all, everybody in the show smokes. Everybody, and that's not what I'm getting to. Everybody, like Pascal Perez lights one.
No.
Pascal Perez.
no.
Pascal.
The picture.
Pedro
Pedro
Pascal.
I'm really doing
Pascal.
well with my
Pascal
words and shit.
Pascal
But anyway,
Perez.
He's probably a catcher
they
for the
all
Cardinals.
drink. Nobody drinks beer. They all drink like out of a bottle, like
A little Scotch bottle
Top shelf,
Scotch,
probably,
whatever. It is.
Brown
It's
whiskey.
on the
like-
rocks.
Yeah, and like they sit at a bar and like they'll just drink straight. There's not mixed with anything, just straight. Is
They're
that?
hammered.
I watched.
But here's my question, I guess: do they drink it? And Matt, you might be able to answer this because of your dad, but your dad mixes Scotch with water, right?
Yeah, splash of water, ice and splash of water.
But is it the like we drink beer because we like it, and
do
obviously-
you though?
Yes,
When you
I
start,
genuinely like to
when
take-
you started drinking beer, did you like it?
No, not at first.
Yeah,
no, it
okay.
was
So to me, that doesn't mean you like it. That means it's like
Forced
what's
them
that
to.
effect when a person gets kidnapped and then they like the person
Oh,
kidnapped?
Yeah.
The,
Is that a real
hang
thing?
on, I'll give you a second.
Yeah.
not
something affects
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. So like you started drinking
Patty
beer,
Hearst had that.
and
Yeah.
I hate beer, and I'm assuming you were the same way when you started drinking beer.
So
and
beer
now,
took him hostage, and now he likes
and
beer.
now he thinks his beer's the greatest.
It's an acquired taste, right?
There you go.
He kept drinking until he finally liked it.
bullshit.
I was the same way.
So,
I
let's
like the taste
do
now.
this then. What if we we can't now, but what if we force you to drink 6 beers every day for like a month, and would you then start liking it?
I mean, I think it would. I think like addiction might come into play, where like
Not the
my
alcohol
body
effect,
needs
but
it.
Not in this
no,
room.
but then you can get it another way. You can just take a shot of tequila instead.
Yeah,
I
6
think
a
like
month.
But would you start to like if you just did a workout, would you want to chug a 12-ounce of beer?
Jesus. But there are probably people that do that though.
Well, Jeff, you said, didn't you, like you cut the lawn and you get a little sweat going, come in and chug a beer? I think that's a good feeling. I don't know
an
about
ice
going
cold
lifting
beer?
weights and
Yeah,
running.
I don't know
and
about
shit.
that either.
But like
Well,
ice cold beer, do you-
one beer.
Do you like the taste of an ice cold beer?
I'll be honest with you, and I know that he's probably going to tell me I'm full of shit, but I truly have appreciated the taste of beer even when I first started drinking.
Really?
Now, granted, I did obviously the effects afterwards. Being a young buck, obviously was a no-brainer. But I never hated the taste of beer. I swear to God.
Like
Sort
when
of-
you started drinking as young Jeffrey, when you went to a party for the first time and you slugged back a
and
beer,
we were
you
drinking
went,
horse piss at that time.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Right.
at the end of the day, I
wonder
mean,
what brand that
we
is.
were 40s of old
Stroh's,
German and
old
fucking
German.
dumb shit.
Let me go to this. When you first started smoking, did you like the taste of smoke?
Did not. That was a buzz thing too.
See, that's what I think it is. I
It's a
think it's
buzz thing.
more. I think
Okay.
it's more the
But then-
effects of
It's
it
all mental.
than
But
it is the.
But then, did you like the taste of the smoke?
I think
or
I
was
don't
it
know
more
if it's
of an addiction?
necessarily. I don't know how you would explain that on liking the taste. I think it just becomes.
Was it like you knew the effects of it, so when you taste it, you were like, "Oh, this is coming. I know that I'm gonna feel good." So then it was like, "I like this."
But that goes away though. That
Yeah.
buzz factor goes away. But to answer your question, to say that I enjoy, like I think that you enjoy like the most smokers. Like if you're having a beer, it tastes good with a beer. If you're just got done eating, it tastes good post eating. Coffee, blah blah blah, that stuff. But to say that a cigarette, like if I go smoke a cigarette, now, I'd probably fucking puke.
so
Yeah.
when was like your favorite time to like when you
Each guy, all 5 of it, all 6 of us just smoked.
I was actually gonna bring a cigar over if you wanted the truth, but I'm like, you guys don't want to smell
you
a cigar. Though.
should've.
You don't want to smell.
Anyway,
a cigar.
but what was the first, or like when you, whatever you were doing, what did he just do?
What's more
he really
more.
liked it.
Oh Jesus, here we
I
go.
like this.
No, but when was your favorite time to rip one? Like,
I would
whether it was
probably say-
after a meal or
I'd probably say with alcohol because it enhanced the buzz of alcohol.
and I find that with like going out to party now, kids my age. Once they get drunk, it's like let's get the cigarettes out, which I don't understand.
Or do you
but-
think it becomes that, or do you think it's more vaping for your guys'
Oh,
age?
definitely vaping. Vaping takes precedence over everything now.
Do you know anybody like your guys' age? Like I don't know anybody that you guys hang out with that smokes cigarettes. Does anybody smoke
I
cigarettes?
do, and a couple.
Yeah, a couple that, but not like sober cigarettes. Usually,
I think Champ's the
well,
only guy I hang out with. Smokes.
I
I don't know a
disagree
lot
with
of
Yeah,
that.
maybe I'm wrong there.
I
maybe
disagree
I'm
with
wrong.
that. Do you think that eventually cigarettes will be taken off the market, or do you think it'll always have a?
No.
Too much money.
But those companies are transforming towards smokeless products.
Yeah.
so they're just they're gonna have the market one way or
Ask
another.
Chris if he
But
thinks
people are
cigarettes will
still-
ever stop being sold.
Are there
Here's-
more? What's the trend? Is it trending?
Down.
less
It has
cigarettes
to
or
Smokeless,
more cigarettes?
massive down.
Well,
Down?
'cause-
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Cigarettes
Dee
are
was
way
telling
down.
me about
Why?
that.
Why?
Because they're trying the
vapes.
companies, the big companies, Philip Morris, R.J. Reynolds, and Chris probably knows more about this than me, so he should be the one saying it. But they're marketing more towards smokeless products, so it's taking it out of there, and the vaping is taking a part of
And
that.
they keep-
But now they're trying to move away from even that, right, Chris? Because
And they
those are
keep
dangerous.
jacking up the cigarette prices. I mean, it used to be back in the day there would
Because
be
they're
like
not selling as many,
two,
right?
There used to be 2 price increases every year, like the beginning of the year and halfway through the year, they jack up prices. Now I swear to God, we get almost weekly there's a cigarette increase. And Camels now, I think at least in West Virginia, I think they're over $100 a carton.
And
That
how many
what's
packs
the-
are in a carton?
fucking
10, and they
nuts.
just keep.
What's the increase increment? Like a cent?
Like I think like the last one. I can't remember what brand it was, but it was like $2.40.
Chris, is that because they're not selling as many as the old days?
Well, they just
Is that what
they
you
just-
attribute it to?
They just say it's the cigarette tax. So I don't know, but
I'm
now
gonna be-
people are just
Right.
but we still sell a fuck ton of Marlboros.
I'm going to be really stereotypical here, and I don't want because this is probably not the most favorable statement in the world. But most people that Most, not all, but most people that do smoke cigarettes can't afford that.
What?
What?
Camel.
Oh no, just $100.
$100.
I was
Hell
just
no.
gonna say,
And they hot box cigarettes like they're coming out of style.
So that's $10 a pack almost. If there's 10,
Yeah.
$10 a pack of cigarettes. And
For what brand? For a specific
Well,
brand?
like the premiums, like
Marlboro.
Camel
So-
and
Camel
Marlboro.
Golds.
So you're
Salem's.
talking, and if someone is a bad smoker, like 2 packs a day,
It's fucking nuts.
that doesn't even last them a whole week. So you're talking $400,
Oh, yeah.
$500 a month.
That's
just
more than
for,
food.
Good
Yeah, I don't
God.
even like.
Crazy.
Could be
So
rent.
and that's another thing that's fascinating about the homeless problem is you go down on the curb, a guy's ripping cigarettes and holding a sign with
They
one
got
hand.
booze and cigarettes.
So,
They
like,
got
how-
no house.
Great example.
Can you?
That
can
proves
you-
my point.
Can you imagine where that all the money that they probably spent on that could go?
share it.
I mean, you could go. Amount of meals you could buy with a week's worth of cigarette money. It's just, but like you said, people were willing to pay for it. And what fascinates me is the Zyn craze now.
It's crazy.
People
Massive.
are, so
Massive.
Zyn's like a tobacco less, like straight nicotine
It's a nicotine
pouch that you just
Are
put
they
in your lip.
expensive?
Chris,
I
I
don't know what
the
the
retail
price
is.
moderately
on the-
priced, but
Yeah.
people are catching on to them heavy.
But they got
and they
like,
got different doses, right?
Yes, like there's like 3 milligrams.
And you
6,
have the
9,
powers
12.
that be, the talking heads right now, some of the popular people that are on social media that do it. So that's
Oh,
in
yeah.
return.
It's huge. It's
Pushing
getting
more
marketed
people to do
really,
it.
really
Yeah.
strongly.
And the funny thing is, though, which is not really funny, a lot of that stuff, especially Zins now, what used to be vape and Juul, are
Yes.
very much being marketed towards like adolescent people.
Well, yeah, they're
And
trying to
I've heard
stop that.
I've heard from multiple people that the vaping like crisis that's going on in high schools is debilitating. Like
It
they
is.
can't control
It is. I watched a few documentaries about it. It's disgusting. It's terrible. And now but Zen's trying to take the other side of that and stop that. And the company, who owns them? Philip Morris or
I got
R.J. Reynolds? Because whichever one
I
does
don't think it's Philip
is
Morris.
trying to take
'Cause they got
that
Juul.
and get rid of the vaping almost altogether because it's so damn dangerous. And the kids want because of the flavors and all that shit. The Zen is going to end up taking over
Morris.
everything. Philip Morris does.
It is,
and,
Philip.
and what's fascinating is like they I think I've read where a couple of these big producers come out and say, you know, we're not trying to market towards the young adult. But then you see these flavors that these Zins, mini apple mint,
Right.
black cherry.
How are they sold? In a how
it's
many,
like a
in
it's
a
like a
pouch?
tobacco
It actually looks like if you were going to get.
Are you
get a
talking about the
mint.
Zins or the vapes right now?
No, this,
Zin.
It
Oh, okay,
looks
the
like a little
Zins.
mint container.
Like
Yeah, it's
Copenhagen
like a little
can.
mint container.
Yeah,
how
like
many
a
are in?
Coke
How many are about how many?
You
Are
know what? I don't even know. I've never had one.
I really don't
I heard
know.
they're awesome.
A lot of my
actually. I hate to
employees
even
use
say
them,
that. I
and
heard
they-
they're
and
awesome.
it's made a big difference in me giving smoke breaks. I'll tell you that. It's
believe that.
really helped productivity. I will say that.
I'm
So-
going to ask the dirty question because this isn't going to be a popular question either. If somebody's receiving assistance, should they be able to get that?
Nope.
No.
What do you mean?
If they're getting any kind of
You mean like government aid?
any
pay?
kind
No. You
like-
put
right?
It's not a
Chris.
necessity.
You remember when we would work at Respecs when we worked? You had those WIC cards and those other things. The
Yeah.
government. You could only buy certain products. You couldn't
Right.
buy beer. You couldn't buy tobacco. It was no chance. You couldn't buy cleaning supplies, which they probably should let them buy deodorant and shit.
So
Right.
you can buy a 5-pack. They call it the Zin Mix Pack, and it's got 5 different flavors. One is called Wintergreen, Cool Mint, Citrus, Spearmint, and Smooth. You can get a 5-pack, and inside there are 15 pouches per can. So 15 times 5. What's 15 times 5?
75.
75. So it's $17.79 for that. If you want to buy that, so divide
bad,
17
actually.
by 75.
People told me they saved money with the Zins versus the cigarettes.
And then the problem becomes like once you start doing this, it goes from 1 pouch to 2 to 4 to
Yeah, I
and
got
then you're
people
burning
that
through
put
'em.
2 or 3 in there. It looks like they had a big chew in.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to be addicted forever. But the company's got to get their money somehow.
Do you think those are less detrimental to your health than?
I would say so.
And I'm no doctor, but I'd assume.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I mean, if that's straight nicotine to the head, obviously it's getting in your blood
Yeah.
system to the
But
head.
maybe it just
to the
saves the
head.
tar in your lungs. I mean, that would
And
be
that's-
the,
that's
so
a
that
good
would be
one.
the only extra benefit it has versus the cigarette. I
I'm
guess.
sure it's not good for your teeth.
I love the fact of the matter that none of this
I
shit's
don't know.
tested.
No.
At the end of the day, like we have no idea what it does. Like
Yeah.
they just put it on the market. Some
But
big
they're-
lobbyist and big business is selling it and telling
the
it's great
biggest.
for us. And
It's kind of scary though, because like
it's not kind of. It's very scary.
we've had 100 plus more than that because people have been smoking tobacco since the Neanderthals or whatever. But
Yeah.
you think about how much time they've had to realize that this will kill you. Like if you smoke too much of it, and then who knows if what heated metal does when it gets into with a vape. I don't know. Dark topic here on episode 100.
100.
Hopefully you're ripping your vape and dipping in your Zin.
Be careful out there, though.
A bottle of scotch and ripping a cigarette all at the same
Hopefully.
time.
Hopefully you're not doing anything harder than that.
Yeah. Cooley just arrived here on set. We're going to take a quick break. First time we've taken a break in probably 20 episodes. We're going to take a quick break.
Talk about some of our favorite things maybe over the 100.
Yeah, we'll come back
Yes.
with some of our best moments, talk about some of the things that we're looking forward to in the future. But it's episode 100 of the Pine Room Podcast.
And maybe have a cupcake.
The Pine Room Studios is happy to present the first annual North Atlantic Beer Mile in partnership with Waterfront Hall in Wheeling, West Virginia. Join us May 4th for Waterfront Fest for a day of beer, music, and fun. From retail vendors, live band performances, pre- and race time DJs, and of course, the North Atlantic Beer Mile, brought to you by the Pine Room Studios. A challenge of gastric fortitude, endurance, and speed, this event is a mile-long foot race broken into 4 quarter miles. Before the first and after each subsequent quarter mile, competitors are tasked to drink a 10-ounce beer before continuing to the next quarter mile. In total, 4 beers, 4 quarter miles, 1 epic race. You can run, walk, solo, and relay, all at Waterfront Fest, May 4th, 2024.
All right, welcome back into the Pine Room Podcast, episode 100. Spectacular. Woo!
Yippee!
Where'd my blower
We
go?
had some cupcakes, which it no longer says 100. It says 1ILR.
Oda.
So hopefully you have been celebrating at home. Hopefully you might have cracked open some champagne for yourself and your family.
That'd be really cool if somebody actually mimicked us or sitting at home right now.
Yeah, they're going, it's 100
Yeah,
episodes.
please send us a
fucking go.
picture.
Your
Call
mother,
off
your
work.
mother would. She's watched every episode.
Well, no, she was sitting right up on the balcony, but she,
Yes, she's one of our biggest fans. She's watched every episode and made us
well,
a cookie, cake, and
I'd be
cupcakes.
worried if she didn't, because, yeah. But she, yeah.
She's into it.
Yeah,
Nice job,
Why would
Joe.
you be worried?
because she's my mom.
That really.
She's my mom.
What?
Core.
I don't think my mom listened
What?
to all
Worried
100.
about what?
If she wasn't watching, I'd be worried.
Oh, well, that's nice. She doesn't.
It's very nice.
Jeff just blew
Very nice.
his party thing.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Yes.
New Year.
Yeah, we were talking about when we left off. We were talking about what were we talking about?
Well, the tobacco, but we're
Tobacco.
past
But we're
that.
going to
We're
move on
past
to
that.
some
Yeah,
greener
yeah.
pastures here. We're going to talk about just some of the things that we had fun doing this year. My number one, I'm going to start us, and I think it might share with maybe Matt and maybe Chris. My favorite thing by far were our 2 visits to the penitentiary.
That's what I was going to
Yep.
say.
By
too. Yep.
far.
No doubt.
I
No
think that
doubt.
was so cool. Tom Stiles, who we've actually seen in a couple Nailer games since, he is just being able to do that and being in such an environment where people didn't say, people know that bad things happen there. And we went in and did a show on the front porch and then in the cell. Who knows what we'll do this year? I think we're going to do a year round.
I'll go
I'll
overnight.
make it to this one.
You're going to make it to this one?
I'll be down there for that.
Fly.
One.
I think
That's
this
fine.
this year we're going to be locked in. I think by ourselves. No Tom. I think we're going to have the whole building to ourselves.
Chubb took a shower down there and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you did not.
No.
I was gonna say, what the fuck? Jesus.
Yeah, but we probably shouldn't lock ourselves into a cell next time.
Well, we started off well. We turned the power off.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah,
I
Yeah.
did that.
Moron.
So-
we locked the door and then turned the lights off.
he
Because-
locked the
'cause
door,
Tom said,
then he
if-
left, and then
I'm
turned the
leaving.
lights
He
off.
said, if you need anything, I'm not going to be around. I'm going to go get a coffee.
"Yeah,
And then as soon as he walked away, He goes, turn the lights off, just see what it looks like when it's dark.
Yeah.
Flip the switch, and all the power and
Cameras,
everything went off.
down.
Why couldn't we get it back on though? What?
Because when the switch turned
Yeah.
on, it didn't turn the cameras back on. Like it didn't turn any of the gear back on, like the recorder.
Oh,
and
the
the,
the
lights
gear
came-
was outside.
the
of
gear was
The
outside.
lights
of
came
the-
back on,
outside,
but the
yeah.
yeah.
the
the
lights went off. Yeah.
That was That was probably one of our cooler settings for sure. Like on camera wise.
Oh, I think it's one of the coolest things we'll probably ever do is be able to go in there and just hang out. I can't wait for this year. I want to get ghost hunting gear. I want to see you guys get scared, get spooky. I want to do an all night, like 9-hour investigation of that place. Pine Room special.
I thought our Halloween thing on the porch was really cool.
Yeah, that was our
I thought that
coolest.
was the coolest setting we did, and that's the hardest I laughed in all our.
That's when
100
Tom Thumb
episodes.
became
Remember
an
that cool?
honorary member
Oh, yeah,
of the
Remember how
Thumb.
hard we were laughing about
honorary
that?
member of the
them,
Pine Room.
them getting out of the car.
Out of the bus for
Out of the bus.
some lunch or dinner.
They
Yeah,
said,
you
"Why
said
is
they're
there-"
going to go into a Perkins. And
They said, "Why is everybody looking at us?" There was like an 8-foot
what's wrong with
woman and
us?
Tom Thumb and some guy with
The
like
bearded
two
lady.
heads, a bearded. Why is everybody staring at us?
It's all very normal.
doing
Very
something wrong?
normal.
And then for some reason I think that should be talked about. Tom Thumb is one of our staples in the Pine Room. We have a portrait of him in the studio. And what is fascinating about Tom Thumb is the first convoy to travel across the suspension bridge in Wheeling included Tom Thumb.
That's wild.
It's
Honestly,
insane.
that's absolutely.
And it hasn't
I remember when
been
Joe-
open since, probably.
Yeah, and he read that in that book, and he just like lost his
It's the
mind.
most fascinating. I mean, can you
Wow.
believe that we
Well,
talked
yeah,
about him?
Yeah.
He's
What-
been right by our studio.
Why
yeah.
did he get brought up? What was the first time we talked about him?
I don't
It was
remember.
at Halloween, and I don't remember why we brought him up.
Talking about freaks or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
something with a freak show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was in the freak. He was in the P.T. Barnum freak show
Yeah.
at first,
And
then,
ever since.
then we just took it
Yeah.
to the extreme.
I think that was one of the cool. But I think our activities. I think the Rough and Rowdies have been our most fun. Like the funniest and
Well,
the most
tough
fun.
man, tough man, and Rough and Rowdy.
Well,
both.
rough and Rowdy though was.
You
I
mean the
thought
one
was-
with Barstool?
Yeah, both the Rough and Rowdies. I thought those were
yeah, there's
I was gonna say
incredible.
that. I think that weekend that we had in August of last year when we had for me, you, and Matt and Jubb, we had the football Friday, then we turned around and had Rough and Rowdy that night, and then the next day had the Brewfest, and we all went to the
Oh,
Brewfest.
Lord.
That
and
was
we
a
won,
great
won
weekend.
the
That's a
second
good
place.
weekend.
I thought that probably was my
was a rough
favorite
weekend.
we had.
Oof.
That was an absolute blast, and we got blasted.
Those guys are still
each night.
feeling the pain of that weekend.
It's the first time I ever drank beer solely. It was that I drank beer the whole time, and I got hammered.
Did you really? You
did.
drank beer all day?
Drank beer the whole
I
time.
didn't know
I
that.
drank
Mountain
Pine
Dew.
Room
Didn't you
Lager
drink that?
the whole time because guys want to see me chug. So I would chug against soup, chug against say, and then
You
I had
win?
Mountain Dew beer. Oh yeah, yeah. But first time I ever drank beer, and I was hammered. But what did we win, Jeff?
What do you mean?
What at the Brewfest?
People's Choice in second place.
That's all.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's
that's
what we
awesome.
do. That's what we do.
There's our
That's all we
cans
do.
right there, and it's coming back here soon.
I
Jeff
think
was, the Rough
anytime
and
that we
Rowdy.
could put our one of our fearless leaders in his fucking jack off costume and give him a microphone and then feed him beer, it's never a bad night. Is that fair to say?
I would.
It's
I would
never
agree
a
with
bad
that.
night.
That's funny because I never had that suit, and we were sitting around somewhere.
We were at River City,
and
I
I was
remember
trying to
exactly
think.
where we were.
I was trying to think what could I wear that would draw some attention to us and I said I'd like to order a tux, and I went up to that stages, and that lady started taking me around, and we pieced it together, and the pants were like 38s, and she had to sew them, and they're this short on me,
which makes it even better.
right? And the
100%.
shirt's too big, but the hat is the key
The
thing.
hat, yeah, the
100%.
hat's the
I
key.
actually was laughing at that the other day when we were watching it, when you had that stupid little feather on the side. And honestly, the fighters and the people think we're important.
That one guy
'cause of
got a
that-
picture with you.
That silly suit I have.
100%. It's meant to
Well,
be.
they thought you were the go-to guy after the
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
post-interview or post-fight
Hey, so
interview.
we go over and see that guy.
Yes, of course you're supposed to go talk to that guy.
And I think we have a little pat on our back, and which is probably not a good thing. But during the Rough and Rowdy, Barstool had set up a similar stand to what we had been doing, and about a quarter into the night, they bailed on what they were doing,
They sure
and I
did.
think we might have. I think we might have.
Well,
I think
didn't
they stole.
they-
I
didn't
think
they
they've
start
stolen
having
a lot of stuff from. I do think they have people out there. They definitely do. They go out and then they farm from other people like
Oh,
us
that's-
and
that's
steal
a
the
good
ideas
thought.
because they know they have the platform to take them to the level that we can't. And they've done. I've noticed several things. They've been doing. All of a sudden now we did Lunch Madness. All of a sudden now they're doing bracket stuff like that. They're doing. They have. There was a guy on there that's doing some weird thing about women's feet. That's a bracket
Yeah,
for
see,
Barstool.
yeah.
Like they're all of a sudden now, just like they're. I don't know. I'm not saying they, but they have the power to be able to do that
And it
because who the
wasn't-
fuck are we?
It was a bit of a coincidence that after that,
Portnoy was
Portnoy had the outfit on.
He stole. They
Tuxedo.
absolutely stole that. I guarantee it. Because honestly, I feel like Soup does a really good job. He kind of facilitated almost a small relationship with that large guy, and I think that guy actually respected us to the
Large
point where
is a
he was
great
like.
dude.
He was like, well, these guys have some good ideas. Like, I think the Barstool people, they're not going to say that, but I think they out of respect stole some of the things.
But I tell you what, it's a no-brainer from their end. Like, why do they have to do any thinking when they have idiots like us that
Right,
go out and do that?
exactly.
And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, I mean, honestly, it's a no-brainer.
little minions that don't really have any effect on them, but they can just take. And who knows if they
But
actually
your
did or not,
relationship with Jerry Thomas was a foot in the door for us. That probably wouldn't have happened if we wouldn't have got that relationship with Jerry Thomas.
I
And
think,
hopefully
like
that
I
keeps
said,
going.
alcohol and you in that outfit, and just I'll be honest with you, you get better as the night goes on. It's impressive, dude. I'll be honest with you, it is. Even Friday night, man. Like you up there, just like I mean, I know you kept on saying like it's so nice we can come here and not do anything. Fuck this jackoff's leading the thing.
Oh,
I mean,
he
it's
was
just
so excited.
But that was
unbelievable.
natural for him.
It
He
is
didn't
natural.
Have to do
Didn't
it.
even have to do
That wasn't
it.
like working
Yeah,
for
That's
him.
a good point.
If you weren't there, we had a Nailer watch party. Unfortunately, the Nailers didn't win, but I've never seen him so distraught at the end of the night. He just
About
kept
what?
saying,
What's in store for the playoff games, Coach? Your heart's not
About
going to
what?
survive.
He was just over in the corner with his hands on his
That game's
knees,
Friday night.
and he was just over in the corner like this.
Mad because we
I
lost.
said,
you mean?
I said, what's wrong? He said, I just want him to win. I want everybody to have fun. And I was
Yeah,
like,
because it would have been nuts if they would have tied it 2-2.
Yeah, it definitely deflated because once they lost, everybody just ended up leaving.
I was hoping, Chris, it was like a 7-6 game. That we would win like a 7-6 game where
Yeah.
there were just goals back and
Well,
forth.
it would be nice too. Yeah, if they were down like
Yeah, right.
6-3 or something. And
Yeah,
but that was a good time. down.
Cools,
Nice-
what's your
nice
favorite
time.
moment?
Probably what Jarrett said, but if I had to pick a different one, it'd probably be when we went to PNC Park with Alex Highsmith.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
yeah, geez,
cool.
I
It was
forgot about
just-
that.
It was so early into doing this, and for us to even have a shot of doing anything with Alex Highsmith was incredible, let alone golf at PNC Park and just hit bombs into the river.
With nobody there?
Yeah, we had
I'll
the whole
ne-
stadium to ourselves.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that when we got there, and we were walking around before Alex got there. We were there for like an hour before, and we went down into the basement, like down into the under the concourse, and we were just sitting there. I remember how nervous we were to see him because we're like, we're these dickheads and we literally have zero reason to be here. And Alex Highsmith, the linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who was unbelievable this season, is going to come golf with us. And
Oh, Jesus.
we got a dog on a loose. But no, and I remember
wow.
sitting
Dog
down
looks like
there,
a
and we were
panda.
so goddamn nervous. But ended up, he came in and was the coolest dude. And shout out to Alex. That kind of was our first big little gig.
Yeah.
But I mean, we hadn't even done anything yet up to that point. That's why
No,
I think it was so nerve-wracking. We had just
Oh, here comes the
That's all
tripod.
linebacker.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
got
quick.
Yeah, we
short,
might be in trouble.
short delay here.
We got a dog on
we
the
got
loose,
friends
but-
over here.
Oh,
Well, we're
jeez.
we're back in
Oh,
the
boy.
party room, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you
we're-
for
watch these cupcakes get destroyed by
Oh,
this
for
dog.
sure, no doubt.
Yeah,
As soon as he
that could-
smells them,
Yeah. So add a little
while
excitement here to the
while
Pine
they're
Room.
running around.
Yeah.
I want to say real quick, big events coming up for the Pine Room. We got some cool things in the works. We just had the Nailer Watch Party. We got the first annual North Atlantic Beer Mile at Waterfront Fest that is coming up in May 4th. You can come out. You don't have to race. You'll
Jared,
see,
here comes your friend.
You will see some links for that is soon to come, but we are we're putting up registration soon. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be bands. There's going to be DJs. You're going to be able to run, walk, relay. If you
Drink.
don't know what a beer mile is,
Drink.
Yeah, you're going to drink a beer to start, and then after every quarter
10-ounce
mile,
beer.
after every quarter mile, you're drinking another beer until you finish every quarter mile. So it's going to be a blast. People are going to be coming from all over to come hang out and have fun. We're going to be watching the Kentucky Derby. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. It's exciting.
I got a feeling this time next year, May 2025, where we're looking back and we're looking at our previous year, I guarantee this event is going to be one of our highlights. Because I'll be honest, with you, it's going to be a really big deal down there. I think it's also going to be a big deal, name recognition, getting that out there and partnering with the amount of people that we're going to be able to partner with. I think it's going to be a big deal for us.
I agree 100%, Jeff. I think it's – and we're partnered with some really good people. Dan Millison and Ian what's Ian's last name? Ian Golly. They're wonderful people. They're first class, and they really want this to go well. So I think it's going to be – I agree. I think we're going to look back and say
look up for some information on that. We're going to be posting it soon. We're going to hopefully bring in a lot of people, and we're doing it for a good cause as well as to have fun. So.
Chris, you think you could do the beer mile?
You walk a lot.
No, yeah, chug a 10-ounce, quarter mile, chug a 10-ounce 4 times.
Yeah, I could do that.
You could?
The chugging would be a
chugging's
problem.
tough. I've never been good at chugging.
That was the hardest part for me.
I mean,
and that's another thing that we really enjoyed.
Matt,
I
I think
very
you could
brisk
do it.
pace. I won't even
Yeah, I
run,
could
but
do it.
I chug.
Wouldn't
Are
be
you a good chugger?
pretty,
No,
but-
I'm terrible.
Awful.
At it.
I was
If
okay
spill
with the
most
run.
of it,
Doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeff, could you?
I think I probably could, not that I want to, and nor am I going to.
Yeah.
But,
That doesn't mean I'm signing up for it.
how about this? I won't walk or run, but I'll drink with anybody.
Are you going to do it, Mark?
No, because we'll be busy doing things.
Oh.
Interviewing.
It's going to be broadcast
We're going to have
and
our
live
set
stream.
there, and
So that's cool.
It is. It's going to be a fun day, man. You
Yeah.
throw in the Derby, and we're all having some bets on the Derby. Obviously, pick this guy's brain. Hopefully, we come out some winners.
Go.
And,
Japanese.
I mean, I tell you something else that's not necessarily was one of our, I guess, events, but I guess we were partnered with it or we were just included on first Christmas party down at the station.
Boy.
And we
that
all,
was-
and not that the second year wasn't fun because
No,
that's
no,
not
no.
the case, but it will never be like that.
No,
first one.
no, it won't live up.
No.
usually things aren't.
It's true, it is. But
Well,
I'll tell you what, that was a fun fucking day.
and
that
it was
late
like
night.
2 degrees out. It was
It's
like
cold. Yeah,
It was a literal tundra outside. I remember
It was
how
a good
hard
time,
that
though.
the wind was blowing. Yeah, and I think it would just kind of was like we finally have a space that we can be in, and I think we just got after
Home.
it. We got after it that
we
day.
did get
And
after
I
it.
think the WKKX family, so to speak, outside of us, the other people that then looked at us like, wow, these guys, they're bringing it. They're bringing another level to this building and to this station because we had I think we sent out for 3 different times for more.
That's what
beer
I was going to say,
that
hands
night.
down. And you think about how much alcohol we went through before we went on those 3 runs.
Well, and on the show,
Oh, my
doing the
God.
show,
the fact that we got through that and didn't have a problem was a godsend.
Well, what was that one
Well,
with
we
that-
had one, but it wasn't
Well,
us.
that
It
wasn't even us.
It
That
was
was
a caller.
that was our friend Ty.
Well, and then one thing, I don't think anybody was in the room with me at the time, and it was just this past year's Christmas party when you got playing euchre with. Who were you playing with?
Oh, Donnie
Donnie
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Top
Oh
ball.
my God! If
The language.
the language was, I can't even describe how bad it was. I mean, those 4 guys, and I was just walking around and walked in, and I was looking for you, and you guys were in this game of euchre.
Yeah.
Just the insults were just.
Hold on, who
I
was
mean,
the
it was
foursome?
terrible.
Me, I was partners with Donnie Gilbert.
Yeah.
And
and
Bob
then-
Slatter was partners with Shane Stack. And they
I thought the one guy was his son.
Yeah, it was his
Oh,
son.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
ripping
Robin
on his
Clay.
son.
Oh, it was
yeah.
Clay. Yeah.
Calling him all kind of names.
Hey,
That
I'll-
was really funny.
I'll
that's
say
right,
this
that's right.
for the second
was
party.
bad.
That's right.
Matt's the night before Christmas.
Oh my God, that
was
set
one of
us
the
off.
coolest things.
That was
100%.
fun. on
That
the
was
radio.
awesome.
That was
awesome.
good
That set
stuff.
up the night very well.
If you can, if you want, you can go listen to that whole radio show. That is on
So
our
much fun.
on our radio rewinds. That's the Christmas extravaganza. You
Fuck,
can
it
go
was like
listen to
5
that.
hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got
Hey,
the
we
whole
did
thing
5
is-
hours. We were worn out after that.
That was bad.
The whole
Did we
thing
go?
is
We go from noon to 5 that day.
Noon to
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
But it
Because
did go-
Santa's
it went
elves come on
fast.
after
It
us.
went fast though, Matt. It went.
went
Yeah,
But
it did go pretty fast, but by the end of it, I know Job felt the same. It's like
My
my
brain-
brain
Matt,
was just
I don't think you
the
were took a
concentration was
break.
tough.
I think the rest of us got.
Yeah,
some
we
breaks.
never took a break. Yeah, we went.
Yeah, that's a long 5
It
hours.
was. It's
but-
a lot of concentration. It's
Yeah.
tough.
Matt, I tell you what, another fun time that I enjoyed, and I think you would too, when we went to Eric Freeland's farm.
Oh yeah,
And we
I
went
had a
up
great
there.
time.
And that whole Halloween, like What do we have? 3
We had 3 stops. We
penitentiary, Freeland Farm, and Jill's.
Jill's.
Oh, Jill's was
Jill's
a good
was
one, too.
awesome. We had
Jill's was
Ronald
unbelievable.
Reagan there. I mean, that was I tell you that if you go back and listen to the champ as Ronald Reagan, that is incredible entertainment. I laughed
was really
so
funny.
hard
It was
listening to that.
And,
Yeah.
the, and,
With
the,
that
and the
mask he
outfits,
had
you
on.
guys
Yeah.
with the outfits, Cooley with that goofy alien
Oh,
mask on.
that-
That was
Well, that was yours, Matt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Did you guys get
What
to
were you?
watch ladies that night?
yeah. We had our own peep show. Yeah.
All right,
Oh, that's right. Matt and I.
And
I think I
Champ
that-
was like
oh, it's me, you,
tripping
and
or
Champ.
drowning in his own drool.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Everybody laughed.
He was-
Everybody laughed.
Well, yeah, because they couldn't
Ivy.
they couldn't
Yeah,
get the,
Ivy.
they couldn't get the speaker system working, and
And we were sitting around
I
there.
was waiting, and then you guys didn't want to leave. Yeah,
And everybody, me, Matt, and Champ, I think we put
Yep.
our feet up on the stage.
Oh yeah, we were relaxing. They took good care of us.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
good.
I swear that after that felt like I was in like a fever dream. Like I felt like I was trapped in there and I could never leave because that music wasn't working, and it was like, well, I'm just stuck here forever.
that stretch of shows was fun, and we have some more locations planned, especially with what's going on in our city right now. We have some more locations planned and some things we want to do, which is going to be super fun to explore some different areas. I want to be in front of the mole rats in the zoo. I'd like to be down in a pothole in downtown.
We have to do
go
one
to the airport.
in the potholes.
Did you say
Yeah.
the airport?
Yeah,
Up at Ohio Valley?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have a plane like fly over us.
we'll do it from a plane.
we do it in a
Land
plane.
over us.
Somebody could probably take us on a ride.
Yeah.
We know a few pilots.
Well,
We do.
We do?
And I'm sure Soup will come up with another.
He probably is
12,
working on that
14
right now.
More,
Flight
places that we
license.
can go.
yeah.
How about when he moves back to Pittsburgh?
I'll tell you what, job better be ready when Soup comes
Oh
out.
my goodness!
I might have to go AWOL, guys. I don't know if I can survive. I don't know if I'll be able to survive.
I tell you, the dancing with the Ohio Valley Stars
That
was
was
pretty
great.
I was going to bring
badass,
that up too,
man.
Jeff.
That was a good night. It was a good night. We obviously met up beforehand, went to the bridge, and had drinks and dinner beforehand. And then I know that you were in there for it. I felt like a little kid that night with you, Jack Off. I felt like we were like in second grade all over again, like
that was a fun night. That was really good. That
It
was
far
good. You guys should have
exceeded-
won.
I know we should have won. What did we win? Third?
Yeah,
we got third place.
we were just the young bucks. We came in and we gotta make our stand first, and then
And you guys didn't know we were dancing, right?
No, I had no idea.
No idea, but
didn't.
remember, you guys almost broke it at the bridge
Yeah.
because
Well,
I
we all showed
commented
up.
on like, oh man, you guys look really, really
oh,
nice.
yeah, that's
stage
right.
crew
Soup was
looked like
driving
Olive
back from
Garden.
North Carolina to practice.
every Sunday.
Every
I'd
Sunday.
wake
And you
up-
guys said you were going down to film them.
Every Sunday, I'd get up at 7 a.m. and go downstairs, and you go, oh, you gotta go film Soup again. I said, well, yeah, he wants us to. He wants us to come out. And
I
film.
was
never-
so
I
hard.
never
It was so
knew.
hard keeping it under wraps.
I bet.
It was tough. There was one time Cooley and I went to Pittsburgh on a Saturday night, and ended up we had to do dance in the morning. I think we came.
I mean, I didn't go to sleep till 5 a.m. I had to get up at 7, drive all the way back to what is it in Bel
in Bel Air
and dance.
to dance.
I probably smelled like beer inside of that dance academy.
Hey, but we got it done. We should have won, I still think, but that was really fun.
That's a
That
great
whole
event.
That whole
I didn't know
experience
what
was
to- I
was
didn't
really, really, really cool.
know
All
what
right.
to expect.
So
on that.
as we wrap up here, where is our next stop or the next thing that we need to do? We should do, or a location we should go, an activity we should do. We'll go down the line. I'll start.
Oh boy.
Jeez,
I'll
I don't know
start.
if I can think of something.
I want to, for sure. This is kind of one that we already talked about, but I think I threw it out there. I want to do one from the zoo, and I want to get all the animals that we can get. I want them on the set. I want Chris to hold an eagle. I want.
We had
Not with that
remember-
finger. You
remember-
can't do it with the finger.
well,
though.
depend. Yeah, I should be
Remember
good.
Oh yeah, shit.
What was
Well, I
the
forgot
Odie the
about
Wallaby.
fucking Odie
Yeah.
the Wallaby
Yeah.
was
Oh,
out there.
that's right.
Yeah.
That was random.
And we were gonna go.
Fucking
Yeah, that
wallaby
was
on
like
Clearview
way
Ave.
out of the clear blue.
Yeah, because somebody said, "Hey, I know a guy that has a wallaby. You want him to come on the show?" And then it was like, "All right, sure."
And then we wanted to do the what's the thing they had at the penitentiary with the
Yeah,
all
that
the
freak show.
exotic
Yeah,
exotic
yeah.
animals.
Oh, yeah.
festival.
I you know what I would think we should do? We should get, because we know some people that have those party bus things. We should get a party bus and go through that safari thing you can go through and do a show from inside in the car.
Well,
That's so
Sip's
lame.
got
where
a
they
connection
stick
with
their
that.
head in the
It's so
where
lame.
the
You're talking
The
about the one out
safari
past Cambridge.
Where they peek
The
in the
wilds?
window?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Unless if it's stepped. I mean, like we can do that in our backyard. Like you see deer.
the wilds you
It's-
talking about?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wilds.
something like
It's
that.
so horrible.
Oh yeah.
fucking
No, we
dumb.
need somewhere where the buffaloes stick their head in.
Yeah,
there.
that
like,
guy's done.
like have
Too
that.
bad that guy didn't release all them animals out there on I-70. Like,
I've always
Chris,
seen
just
that.
getting
Spider just
lions
came
and
out and-
leopards
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, good.
He burnt
Coulda-
the house down. too.
Yeah. Draped himself in meat so they'd eat him.
When was this?
Not that long
About
ago.
5
I don't
years
know.
ago.
Oh, wait.
7, 8
it
years
was
ago.
recent here when
There
it-
was like cheetahs running out on
Oh,
the
I
interstate.
do remember
But
that.
that
Zebra.
guy, I thought it was that
Incredible.
actual place out there called the Wild,
Right.
but it
But it
wasn't.
wasn't.
Some
Yeah, that guy
just
owned all that
raised
stuff
these animals
himself.
on his
Yeah.
own property.
I
and
remember we would.
he lost his
It was
mind.
when we would still mow our neighbor's grass, and I was mowing the grass on the opposite side of the house. And I remember being down mowing the grass at the bottom, and I was hurrying up because I was so afraid that an animal was going to come out of the woods and eat me.
Really?
I was so afraid. I
After
was
that
so-
incident?
Yeah, I was so afraid. I thought for sure because
Like
then I got
60 miles
thinking about
away.
yeah, but then I started thinking about mountain lions and all kinds of different stuff that could be in there, and then I literally was running back.
That
and
could have
forth.
turned out really bad. Though.
Yeah.
That whole
Well, you know
thing.
what my
Oh.
dream, you know
People
what
could
my
have
dream
really
is?
gotten.
This is what I want
eaten.
for our group. I want an RV. I want to buy. I want to
That there,
get.
Clark is an R.
I want to get an RV. There's two of them sitting down in North Wheeling in a parking lot for sale. Now they're older,
Bet
but I
they're
said
nice.
if I had a lot of money, if I had a lot of money, I'd buy one, the big one, take it, get it all refurbished, get it repainted, new wheels, new tires, make sure the engine's good, get the inside fixed up to our specs, and we would be taking some trips.
That would be awesome.
Would that be unbelievable?
I'd be
To
awesome.
take some trips to games or crazy places or
That
get
would
some
be my
Jill's
wish
girls
list.
to
Well,
go
why,
with us.
we might as well just get like a tour bus, like a big bus with enough room for everybody. Like get a big.
Well, that big RV down there, we could get a ton of
Where's
Chris,
it
how much
parked
do we
at?
have in checking?
down at where the
It's on River Road.
where the shop
gonna
is
take
that
us that
sells
far?
things. Right there.
Sibs.
Sibs.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Across from
There's
Mac.
two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
so
I had a wish list, and honestly, back to that, I think it would be unbelievable. And I know we're not all, and I'm not even a West Virginia fan, but like a big game, blue lot, set up shop down there. Like
Oh,
we go
man.
down and get a couple parking passes.
unbelievable.
We set up this thing, we would be a hot button.
Oh,
the
geez.
content we could get out of a West Virginia
I
football
like
game
it. That's a good
would
idea.
be unreal.
yeah.
Unreal. We'd have to get a hotel for sure.
Chris, any thoughts?
No, not really.
Nothing.
What? I
Give
mean,
me
I'm-
something. Give me something.
Okay, then if we had a night when Wheeling was in like chaos and we could ride around in the back of a car with the cops and just observe
Oh,
what's
like
going
a
on.
like
around.
ride
Like the
along.
Purge?
That'd be all right.
No, just ride the ride
Like
in
the
the front
Purge.
seat. You got to you got to.
Oh, like they
There's
film
a
like
big fight in East Wheeling. You were in the car, and we go.
and then we go in and follow the policeman and
Like cops.
I wonder if he would
call
get
like cops, yeah. Or
That'd
the
be
fire
awesome.
department when there's a lot of fires.
That's a good idea, Chris. I think we should make that happen.
Yeah,
make the
I know Officer Schwarzenegger like really well.
Well, you
and-
guys know the
Good
sheriff
thing we
too.
have an
Obviously, the sheriff.
Good
We
thing.
could-
we have
Yeah,
an
I
uncle
mean, I
that's the
just-
sheriff.
There we go.
Do we get bulletproof vests?
I wonder if he'd give us a gun.
We'd have to blur out people's faces like
Yeah.
they do on
Hey, a
cops
shooting
sometimes.
range would be fun. Go shoot some like big heavy
That'd be cool.
artillery.
I'd like that.
I
Like
think there's
blow
something in
stuff
the
up.
Highlands right now, right? There's something up
We
at the
could drive
Highlands
a
of shooting
tank.
range.
No, we want to go outside.
Oh,
Like blow
Yeah,
stuff
that's what I
up.
say.
Like
Shooting
a bomb.
range is a gun.
No,
You
no,
talking
we want
about
to
a
go.
bazookas
No,
and-
yeah, we want to go to a bomb
Yeah, they
range.
do it like in Texas.
Like, you
I
do
want to
it.
see the next day, fellas. I do. I don't. This all sounds great, but
So
I wanna
Matt,
see
what
the next
would
day.
you like to do?
Well, I like that idea about Chris, but I want to go to like a real prison and interview
Yeah.
inmates.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
like
you have-
a serial killer. Obviously,
You
I
want-
said that on the radio, but Dalton Haas will take him.
You
I'll
want
take
Jeffrey-
any
you want
any
Jeffrey
type
Morris.
of criminal that. Yeah, well,
Dalton
that
Haas.
would have been nice. I liked it. Yeah, now that he's come to a plea agreement, we could get him maybe.
What if
Yeah.
we go to like Rikers? Like go
Oh, I
there.
would absolutely love that. I'd be
Get him-
terrified, but I would really be excited to do it.
That'd be
You know,
unbelievable.
What about if we went to Alcatraz? Even though that's not like.
Oh, I like that
obviously
too.
there's
But I
not
want to go
prisoners
out
there,
there.
but-
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little out
Rikers,
of date.
Pelican Bay, something like that.
Well, I
like-
mean, if we just go a tour on tour
If you could would you like if they said, all right, we have they have a menu for you of all the highest criminals in the prison facility, and you get to pick the one that you want. You'd like that?
Yeah, I would like it. Yeah, I'd just be fascinated
be
to sit here and ask
intimidating.
them about
Ooh.
stuff.
Don't let Soup hear this.
Coles, what do you want to do?
We'll be going to San Quentin.
Yeah.
Guantanamo Bay.
Right. Don't
Getman,
let
I
Soup
like
Yeah,
it.
tell Soup episode 100 sucked. Don't,
Yeah,
bother. Don't waste your time.
Right.
Don't waste your time.
I think it would be cool to partner, do like a one big event with WWE.
Oh,
Like we all like get involved somehow to get coached onto a table. Or,
hey, even if it's not WWE, if it's the
ICW.
ICW that
Yeah,
comes through.
Or IWC.
And I think that would be cool, but I think it'd be unbelievable if you trained for like 2 months and fought in that.
Like a wrestling match.
Yeah, like a wrestling
So
match.
like I don't
And
have
you'd
to
be
get
like-
I don't have to get hurt.
No, but no, nobody gets hurt.
I love that.
And
Fake
they throw
blood?
you through a table like that.
Slice your
Oh.
head
I
off.
wanna
He's
see
What
you
would,
in a
his, what would
singlet.
his nickname be?
Would
You know
John
that?
would he be a villain?
No, he's he's a good guy.
Yeah, he would be a good
You got to
guy.
wear that
Yeah,
hat
but
though.
does the-
like you got to. Hey, Hey, listen, he's got to put a singlet on and that hat.
I'm the birthday boy.
Let me blow out
would-
your candles, bitch.
You look like
some.
Patrick Starr.
How about
Yeah,
you could have a
his
night
t-shirt.
night?
Yeah,
Bob?
like
Get
a,
some-
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Knock
Night
somebody-
night. That's a
yeah.
good idea.
I'd love that.
Night.
I'd
It
love
would
that.
be funny to see you get thrown through a table. But would he be the good guy or the bad
I
guy?
would
Yeah,
be
I think
he'd be the good
I
guy.
want to be like who was it in the Hurricane? He was like you remember him in the WWE? He was like the laughing stock. He came in, they would like double choke slam him, and then they roll him out
Oh,
of the
just
ring.
like those jobber guys.
Like I'd come
Yeah,
in,
they just
I'd
get
come,
murdered all the time.
I'd come run in real fast. I'd maybe get one good hit in, and then cheer, and then I'd turn around. A guy would pick me up and put me through a.
WWE had guys like that.
But you'd
Just
be like
Those guys made it
sacrificial
living
lambs.
doing that.
Yeah,
you'd
absolutely.
be like McMahon. You'd come running down the runway and blow out both your quads jumping into the ring.
Well, Mark, that was so funny that night
that was
when
great.
you just kept yelling at that wrestler. You suck. You're a bum.
Oh,
And-
no, we were up above them. That was
yeah,
unbelievable.
And we got pictures of it, and that was so much fun to watch that. And he bought into all of it. I mean, he
it
played the
was
perfect
tremendous.
the villain. But do you remember the guy's name?
Now, do you remember, Matt?
I wasn't there.
Oh,
I was
that's right,
staying.
you weren't
Yeah,
I wasn't there either.
Yeah.
You know they're
I was
coming
in
back.
Ocean City.
This year?
Yeah, the
April
day
5th.
Of,
April 5th.
April
April
5th.
5th,
Pirates
Pirates
opening
opening
day.
day. They're coming back.
For
Yeah,
at
we
a
were
hockey
so-
game or just
yeah,
in
hockey
general?
game.
Sam,
That
Sam,
was fun.
Yeah.
Sam made the announcement on our
They
show.
said they loved
he
it.
broke the news
Yeah,
on our show.
He announced it
wow.
on Friday.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, that
coming
picture
back.
I agree of you and Weekly. For some, I don't know if somebody was like just happened to take a snapshot of it. You and Weekly were fucking like
We gotta get that
animated.
framed.
It
down
was
over there,
awesome.
and like I was this far from that guy,
Uh-huh.
and, he
And
was
I
awesome.
bet you that guy absolutely loved that.
He
That-
was right. That's their job.
Like,
That's
he-
what
and
they
I
do.
bet
Get
you
the-
he's been in scenarios where it's a boring crowd. They're just slamming each other around, and then he gets there, and you're right up close to him, screaming at him. I bet
You
he.
suck. You're a fraud.
I bet he went off the stage
hell?
and just was going. That was
that guy's
unbelievable.
And I always
was-
like those too when those bad guys insult the city you're in.
Oh, absolutely.
This
you
shit
ham
bum
and anchors
city.
in this
Well,
stupid
they're
city.
exactly
What do you
spot
call
on
the
anything they
hockey
say.
player?
They're a bunch
Hockey,
of
NHL
wannabe
wannabes.
Yeah.
And didn't hold on, they for busting balls on the nailers, right?
NHL
They said how
wannabes.
bad they were and this and that.
He
Yeah.
called him NHL wannabes.
Yeah.
That was good. That was
What the
good.
hell was that guy's name? 'Cause
I don't know.
kept-
It was
he
just
kept
a
pointing,
normal
You're a
name.
bum. You're a
And then
bum.
that,
Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah,
That's
you're a
it,
bum, Anthony.
Anthony.
Was
Oh,
that
wow.
his manager though that got thrown through the table?
Yeah,
And,
guy.
and Say thought it was funny because the guy was going, please, please.
He was begging.
Maybe
That
we
was
can
good.
get if anybody knows any
And the
connections
sound of
with
that's really good.
The
Yeah, how
IWC.
loud that
the
they make-
canvas.
yes.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's our next
Yeah,
project.
the international
Well, actually,
wrestling
I didn't
cartel.
even know that was going on. So when we were walking through the door of the Civic Center, you hear that shit going on. I had no idea that there was wrestling. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's a full size ring ahead of us and people were getting slammed.
Jeff,
That
was
was
that
awesome.
the night you forgot your ticket?
Yeah, fuck. Actually, twice. That Dancing with the Stars. What an idiot.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Well, I think
100
that'll
in
about
the
wrap it
books.
up for us. That's 100 episodes
Hey, Joe,
for you.
before we go, we should thank all of our sponsors. That we
Oh
have.
Yes,
yeah. Well, all right. Let's
absolutely.
start from the beginning.
So let's see if we can remember
Number
them all.
one was
Oh,
Duggars. Duggars hopped on board first.
Yes.
Then we had Vicelli's hopped on second. Figueretti's. Generations. We had
Generations who's been and Figs have been awesome.
They've been around for a while. They're still our sponsor for Lunch
Yes,
Madness.
they are.
Check that out. Vote on
Now you
social
got
media.
Ricky Zambito.
Ricky
at the
Zambito, Cal Cruth,
IC Cab.
Jill's. Icy Cab was so fun to work with.
Gumbies.
Gumbies. We did. Oh, who else?
We
Somebody
had
else.
a little deal with Pizza Express briefly.
Yeah, that was like a
one time.
That was a trade deal.
That was
Yeah.
a one-time trade deal with Pizza Express. There's a couple more. I know
River
I'm
City,
forgetting.
we were
Yeah,
involved with
River
them.
City
in
was
events.
Sometimes.
venue
Yeah,
location.
absolutely.
Well, we gave him a lot of
Scaffidi's.
money.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
That was
Scaffidi's.
We
Boy,
were
that was
talking
a long
about
time
that
ago.
the other day.
What's
Jeff.
that?
Oh, that's what we should do.
that
The
door's still in
worst
the back
event.
of your truck.
What's
the,
the
door,
wor-
the door's still in the back of your truck.
I didn't
Hey.
know that happened.
Real quick,
Yeah.
the worst thing we've done.
Maybe that.
Scaffidi's.
I'd say that's
Scaffidi's,
by
Maybe
far
that
the
was the
worst
worst.
thing.
100%.
Not
Nobody,
that the-
nobody knew
Nah,
us up
yeah.
there. That was
Hey,
tough.
that-
man.
And then we
That
had
was tough.
the problem.
Who
with
was
the,
who was the worst interview we had?
Is that hands down?
Yeah.
Hey, there's two. There are two now that are neck and neck.
What was
Oh,
doing
yeah.
Graffiti's or when you guys had to? Well, we all had to find the best costume at River City.
Oh
Oh
Jesus!
fuck!
Yeah,
I tell you
I
what,
like
Hey,
that might be worse than Scaffidi's for me.
the Halloween show.
I feel like
looked
there
at
was
Jeff
something
probably
else that was
3
really
times
bad.
and just kept going. What's our time? Where are we
Yeah,
at?
that was
That
We
was
gotta
really
get
We
out
done
of here.
yet? We done yet?
Yeah.
Well, I thought the
Scaffi-
thing with everybody was pretty nervous the night when we did the high school thing at Jen's.
Oh, well, no, that's the first
that
night
very-
at Jen's. I couldn't talk. I was
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I was
that
like,
was that was
Why the
terrifying.
hell we
That
thought
turned
that
out
was
being
like,
really good.
Yeah,
though.
it was.
It was. I
good.
agree.
Those are really
100%.
good.
well, it was like the first one was good because we'd never done it before, and it was everybody, chug. We give stuff out, and then the second one we come and do the same exact thing, and it's like, okay, that we probably shouldn't do that again. We're
And
like
this-
a one-hit wonder.
This goddamn set. How many times we picked this?
This old
fucker
girl.
up,
Thanks
dude.
to Mike
Yeah.
Decrease. He was the one who
Yes.
built this thing from scratch. So yeah, we got to say thank you to him. Thank you to all the folks at the Watchdog who have gotten us on the radio. We have now our own office space down there. Thank you to, let's see, I'm trying to think of anybody that I
Jake
might be missing.
Robinson.
Jake Robinson for
Nah,
letting
he's
us
been
rent the
awesome.
space.
Jake's awesome.
And
And
we have some
hopefully-
big things
Yes.
coming up as far as space wise, and I think people are going to enjoy where we take that. So we got that to say thanks and look forward to. Oh, I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anybody.
Actually, I think I'm going to say one thing about the sponsorships. I think it's really cool that people entrust in us and they come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we have people that come back 2 and
Absolutely.
3, 4 times. So obviously we're doing something.
Oh,
Okay.
Karen Bowers and
Karen
Bush
Bowers.
Light, Big
Neely's.
Yeah.
Timber.
Neely's.
Yeah.
Hey
geez.
Matt, that was the one that you really liked too.
Neely's.
Was the one we did in
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, that's very high up on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a top
that was
fiver for me.
That was a really. Cool
I love
one.
that Karen Bauer one. That was really fun.
Yeah, Karen
That
Bowers
was
and
cool.
Bush
Big
Light.
Timber.
We
Oh, my
called that
God, Big
town.
Timber.
What was that?
Yeah.
Pine something
Oh, yeah.
town?
They were
We called
serving,
it.
we asked them for the special.
Yes.
Oh,
We should do that again.
What's
Yeah,
that?
We should
yeah.
do
We,
that
we
again.
should start going
What
back
is
to
it?
that.
We
The
called
the Pine Cities, and
Yeah.
we called that
Oh.
one.
We
Was it
called it out of
Arkansas?
nowhere.
Wasn't it in
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Oh, I think we should start doing that again. I thought that was cool.
I thought we did it when was it Soup that made
Yeah.
the first call?
Asked
Yeah.
what the
Yeah,
special was.
because that was his.
Oh,
we were
I
all doing a city to study, and he couldn't find anything, so we just called
I
his
thought
city.
that was
Yep.
great, and I wish we would have kept doing that.
Yeah,
'cause-
we got to bring
'cause
it
they
can
were
back.
bring
so
it back.
good on the other
And-
end. They were
and
really.
I thought Hot Pit and Cold Mug.
Yeah,
was-
I'd like
we'll
to bring
do that.
those
We'll
back.
bring them back.
Do
Bring
we even
those
know what
back.
that means? Does anybody
we
even
might
we
need to-
didn't even
We'll
figure what the hell
reformat
that
it.
was?
Yeah.
We'll
Rebranded.
reformat
Yeah,
it.
I
But
didn't know either.
yeah, thank you to everybody
Is that
that's been
good
on
or
board.
bad?
Here.
It's getting dark.
Yes.
And the
You
bugs
probably
are
can't
out.
see
Yeah,
this.
and for
Fucking
everybody that's
bugs
been on
on
board, if we
March
forgot
4th.
anybody and you're listening to this, we apologize, but we thank
It's
you
not
anyway. We love
intentional.
you very much. Thank you for watching all this. We got a lot of stuff to come. I know we've made some strides so far, but we're not even close to where we think we need to be. So in some time, hopefully we're putting out some really cool stuff, and hopefully everybody's enjoying. But for now, for all of you that have made it this far in this show, thank you very much. We couldn't be here without you. We love you very much. Happy episode 100, and until next time, we'll see you right back here.
See you in the Pine Room.
Bye.
Peace.